You ever felt invisible in a crowd of people? What is that? Whoa, now what's happening with it? How you? How your mom and them? Well, let's get into it. Let's talk about it. If we're all having a conversation, and then at some point in the conversation, y'all start talking to each other, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to drift off into the back. It may not be physically drifting off, but I'm going to start doing my own thing, right? Like I might be on my phone or my computer or whatever we're doing at the time, right? Because it happens a lot to me. And I'm curious, what is that? What's that about? It's like, it could be 3 or 4 of us or 5 of us or whatever, and we're all having the same conversation. And then all of a sudden, it's like, whenever I have something to say, ain't nobody listening. But everybody is engaging with each other. And then the craziest part about it is, when I ease off, I might not walk off physically, but I might just grab my phone and go on my phone and start doing my own thing. And even to the point where I'll put my earpiece in. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like ain't nobody paying attention to me anyway, so what's the point? I'm okay with it. But then when you do that, people start looking at you like, that's rude. Why you... Y'all rude. Y'all, I'm talking, ain't nobody hearing me talk, so I might as well keep my mouth shut and keep it pushing and go do something I want to do on my phone, because now I don't even want to talk to y'all. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, is that just me or does that happen to anybody else? And maybe I'm boring. Or maybe they don't believe the information I'm giving. But most of the time, if I answer a question, I know the answer to the question. Or I've researched, I've studied, or I know. Not to say I know everything. But if I don't know, trust me and believe me, I will tell you I don't know. I promise you I will. But I'm just asking. I mean, hit me in the comments and let me know if that happens to you, or if you know what that's about, or if you see that, or if you've seen it or whatever. But it's the strangest thing to me. And I'm one of them people, like I always say, if I'm over here minding my business, I'm minding my business. But if you call me over there to be in your conversation, and then you ain't listening to me, and I don't mean listening to me by doing what I'm saying you should do. I mean, if we're having a conversation, everybody say their piece, their opinion, their facts or whatever, and we're all listening to them. But then when I open my mouth, everybody talking over me or talking to each other, or what I gotta say ain't important. So I'm okay with that, but don't act like I'm rude when I go on my phone or put my earpiece in. Y'all ain't listening. That's not me. That's you. You know what I'm saying? But that's a thing for me. And not only that, I've always kind of felt that way. First, I thought it was just me because I'm introverted. And again, I don't do well in crowds. That's not my thing. I can function. I can do what I need to do. And you would never know. But if I had a choice, I'd rather not. You feel me? So I've kind of always been that way. But like I say, I thought it was me at first because I'm introverted. But I don't think it is. I mean, some stuff as an introvert, I can agree with, I can attest to. But like this question, what I'm asking, and I'm genuinely curious, because it happens. And so again, if you ain't listening, I'll drift off, because I'm not in this conversation. So I'm going to go over here and do me, which is better for me anyway, because at some point, I'm overstimulated, and that ain't good. So, but like I say, I've had that happen to me a lot. I told a story about, not a story, but I told a story about my brother having a bar. There were times we used to shoot an APA. We used to shoot pool in APA. So it was a pool league. And if you know, you know. But for the ones who don't know, it was a pool league. So we used to go every Friday night to a different bar, to somebody's home bar. Like my brother had his bar, the Boss's Lounge, and people we knew had other bars with teams shooting out of their bar. So we used to host sometimes, and sometimes we used to go to other places. There's been times where we went, or I was out, and I just felt like I was invisible. You ever feel like that? You could be in a whole crowd of people, and you just feel invisible. It's not a great feeling. Even though, as an introvert, I want to kind of blend in to the background. I want to be over here, people watching. I want to be over here watching the move. I want to be over here watching the play, watching the door, make sure I know. Everywhere I go, from when I was a youngster, and I used to club and all that other stuff, parties, whatever. Everywhere I go, I'm by the wall. My back is to the wall. I need to see what's going on in the whole place. And I'm paying attention to what's going on in the whole place. Right? So, as an introvert, I want to be ducked off. I kind of want to blend in. But then there are times where, not that you want everybody to notice you, or not that you want everybody in the room to talk to you, or not that you even want to be bothered with those people, but to feel invisible, that's a whole nother thing. And I don't know what that is. Like, I can go days and days and days and days and days and days without talking to people, or without going somewhere, or without being around people or crowds of people. But there's some times when I need to feel relevant. I need to feel like everybody else. Like people notice you. Like people hear you. Like people listen to you sometimes. Like you're relevant. Like you mean something to somebody, or your presence. How they used to say that? I can't remember how I used to say, but basically, like people want you around. People miss you when you ain't there. People, all of that, and that happens because I get that quite a bit sometimes. Like, bro, where you been at? We miss. Even on social media, on my other accounts, I've had people to reach out to me from another account and say, "Hey, man, we miss you over here. Where you been? What you doing?" That's a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? But social media is different, because I can engage with all of these people, but I don't have to be in their faces. I hate to say it like that, but that's what it is. I can engage with all of these different people and feel okay about it, but we don't have to do the awkward moments when we ain't got nothing left to talk about, or when I don't have nothing left to talk about, or we don't have to do those moments of, so what you about to do? That means it's time to go. That means we done over here. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, that's just a question I had, and I hope somebody can answer it. You know what I'm saying? Number one, do you ever have those feelings of being invisible in a crowd of people? Number two is the first one that I asked was, does it ever happen to you that you're in a conversation with a group of people and then eventually ain't nobody listening to you, but everybody talking. Everybody got opinions. Everybody talking. Everybody saying something about what y'all talking about. But then whenever you start talking, they talking to each other. They not listening to you. They talking over you. They talking to each other and all of that kind of stuff. And it all, like I say, it's all the same. It all plays a part. But anyway, like I say, hit me in the comments and let me know if this ever happened to you, or if you know what that's all about, or whatever. Or even if you think it's weird, or if you think it's crazy that I'm even asking this question, and being an introvert and needing to be relevant at times, is that an oxymoron? I mean, it sounds like it is, but we do weird shit all the time. I'm weird. I do weird. Anyway, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Since you're watching, you might as well go ahead on and subscribe. Nah, but I would appreciate if you subscribe and help me get my little sub count up. Make me feel like somebody. I'm just playing. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching and hanging out with me and all of that kind of stuff. And I appreciate the comments, because I had a brother ask me the other day if I ever thought about storytelling. And I had heard that before on one of my other platforms. They were like, actually, I'm kind of known for that over there, where people say, oh, because that's what they say too. We miss your stories, man. We love, because I used to tell all of these old school stories and different stuff like that. But anyway, not to ramble, I appreciate you, brother, if you're watching. And I think I'm going to look into that, because that's not the first time that I've been asked that. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's, some people say it's the calmness in my voice, but I could be loud and rambunctious. Let me stop playing. Anyway, y'all, I appreciate y'all again for watching and liking and all of that different kind of stuff. And y'all be easy. We'll see you in the next one. One love.